Hey guys, Jason here with YakAttack and Kayaking. On today's episode, we're going to be creating this custom rod bar that I created to go in the bed of your trucks, SUVs, or your trailers. Basically, we're taking a cargo bar that you can pick up at either Harbor Freight or off of Amazon, anywhere like that. Fairly inexpensive. This particular one I got from Harbor Freight was like 17 bucks. Probably even catch it cheaper if you catch your sales they do at Harbor Freight. Outside of that, I took a piece of flat steel. It's a rolled steel piece of bar that I picked up. It's a 36-inch piece. Drilled some holes in it, picked up some hardware, some stainless steel screws. Then I had these YakAttack Tether Tubes laying around. I mentioned on another video, I picked up some off the marketplace dirt cheap from a lady. She had, I think it's a total, I guess, of maybe 11 of them I picked up from her. I said less the last video. But looking at this, I've got 7 on here, and I installed 4 on my girl's kayak crate that I did for them the other week. If you haven't seen that, check it out. It's a DIY custom black pack, or hack pack I called it, for my girls' kayaks, and I'll put a image up right here for you to see exactly what video that is. But anyway, so took and mounted these rod tubes on this bar. So I got these brackets off Amazon. They're really inexpensive. I think I gave like 13 bucks for 4 of them. So I've got the opportunity to do another set of this system if I like it. You can pick them up just a double pack, I think, for less than maybe around 8 bucks. But anyway, I'll put some links in the video below for you. So we mounted that bracket onto the bar here, and that bracket's the same kind of bracket you'd mount, let's say, KC lights to your Jeeps or your SUVs or your ATVs. So anyway, we took advantage of that, mounting that onto the bar, put the flat piece of roll bar across it, mounted the rod tubes to it. Pretty simple project. So anyway, let's get into the build. Okay, so we got this 36-inch of flat bar, and we're going to take off 1 inch. We're going to score here on the end with their calipers. So now we've got 1 inch taken off here, and it's going to make it just the exact size we need for this build. And we'll take it over to the scroll saw and cut off this 1 inch piece. All right, so we're over here at the scroll saw. We're going to get this thing cut. Or maybe not. Okay, so this piece of flat stock was a little bit too much for that scroll saw. Should have known that going into it, but anyway, I've got the vise here. I've got the thing clamped in nice and secure, and I'm going to take my cordless jigsaw here, and we'll just see if we can get this thing cut through. Like butter. Okay, so I've got this flat bar attached here to my drill press. I've got a cut and die in here. So I'm going to cut out and put some holes in this flat bar. And these holes are going to allow me to attach these tether tubes by YakAttack to this bar. And again, like I mentioned, I have all these extra tether tubes laying around, so figured out why not use them. Had 7 left. 7's a great number, right? Lucky number 7, number of God. So we'll drill out these holes here and we'll get ready for the next step. So we'll be spraying some WD-40 here. I don't have any cutting oil, but it'll work. Might smoke a little bit more than normal, but all right, we'll pop off our clamps and move on down to the next one. Close enough for government work and YouTube entertainment, right? Okay, so now we got everything drilled out here. We've got the holes that we had drilled out initially to allow us to put the mount on here that I mentioned earlier about mounting that to that extension rod piece we're putting in the bed of the truck. We've got all 7 of the holes drilled here on the flat bar. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some rubbing alcohol. I'm just going to rub this down, get all the WD-40 hopefully off of it. If I had some mineral spirits, I would use that, but I don't have any here at the house. So hopefully this, rubbing alcohol will do the trick. And then from there, I'm going to take some of this Rust-Oleum primer and just going to prime this up and then prep it to receive this undercoating spray that I have here. And this right here is actually going to be used as well in an upcoming video for the Ultimate RVR 119's trailer that's going to be coming soon here to the channel. So, fun fact. Now, whether this is true or not, it's what I've always heard, but supposedly WD-40, the base, is fish oil. I'm not sure if you guys have heard that before, but I will say this. Here in the South, where I'm from, we will take some WD-40 and we'll go get some chicken gizzards, and we will actually cut those gizzards up and marinate them in WD-40. Now, the plus to that is you don't end up with stinky, smelly fingers at the end of your fishing trip, and the positive is you normally catch some pretty good catfish with it. So I will tell you a story. I was down at Charleston, South Carolina, fishing one night with a buddy of mine, and using the same type of scenario with the gizzards had been marinated in the WD-40, and we're down up under the bridge there in Charleston. It's a big double diamond bridge. There's a actual place you can go down and do some fishing, and I landed the largest stingray I've ever seen in my life. No lie, this isn't a fishtail. Buddy of mine can back it up. But I would say that thing was at least 5 foot wide, and fishing it with a big deep sea rod. I forget the poundage I have on. When that thing snapped, man, it sounded like a 22, just pow! Anyway, okay guys, so I got a drop cloth set up here in the old Yak Shack. We're gonna put a couple quick coats of the primer on here, and then in the morning we'll come back out. I'll put some of the undercoat spray on it. All right, we'll let that dry until the morning. We'll pick this up tomorrow. Okay, so it's the next morning, guys, and I've got the undercoating spray. I'm going to put a coat of that on there. The reason I'm doing that is that rubberized coating this puts on the actual finish. I'm hoping will help bite with what I'm getting ready to do with these rod holders. So let's go ahead and put this on there. Okay, so we got that coat on there. Couldn't very well do that and hold the camera at the same time, but we'll let that dry. Again, this is that cargo bar I mentioned. You pick it up from Harbor Freight. Again, it's like 17 bucks. You can probably even get a coupon, maybe get it cheaper, catch it on sale. We've got that flat piece of bar there. That's the rolled steel bar picked up at Lowe's. It was a 36-inch piece. I did cut it down to a 35-inch piece. And we'll go over the dimensions for there where I cut all the holes. And these are the rod tubes. Guys, these are the YakAttack Tether Tubes. And then we've got the hardware here. This is all stainless steel. We've got some locking nuts and some 1/4-20 and some 10/24 1-inch screws or bolts. Then we've got our flat washers, our rubber washers we're going to use, along with the mounting hardware. Now this mounting hardware, when I bought that off Amazon, and I'll put some links as well at the bottom, it actually came as a 4-pack, had great reviews. You can see it's got these little rubber pieces you can put in to kind of make the clamps tension or tighten down on a smaller bar. For this case, in this application, all we're going to need to do is apply these little rubber strips. And then to prep the bar itself, I did put a primer on it, and I used this undercoating spray. And the guys, I'm going to tell you now, I'm not impressed. Initially, I planned to use this on an upcoming build series for a trailer we're doing for the RVR. It's going to be the Ultimate RVR 119 kayak trailer. But this product's going back to the big box store. It does not do very well. It's really kind of scuffs and scratches, so not really super impressed with it. But for this particular build, we're going to go with it. I did want to mention, if you didn't want to go with these tether tubes, I found several options on Amazon. I'll put those links below. Now this right here is actually a set, and both these were unopened when my wife brought them home. I did open the one to have a look at it. She got these at Goodwill for $2. So for $4 here, I could have went the route of installing them and had 6 rod holders, but since I had these YakAttack tether tubes, I'm like, why not make it fancy, right? And then so I went ahead and tapped out all the holes here, you'll see. And so the 2 end holes will hold the brackets that will hold this bar against this cargo tube. And then for these holes, these tether tubes are basically about 3.5 inches from side to side with these little side pieces they have here. So to get the centerness, I went and got about 5 inches between each one. And so we'll get this all installed and let you check it out. Okay, so what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna apply these strips here, and I'll clean the ends of these bars off where these strips are gonna go. So we'll take some rubbing alcohol real quick and just clean that, prep that surface, just so the rubber strip will have a good adhesion to this bar. That's the right word, adhesion, adhere. So it can properly adhere to the bar. Okay. And we'll peel off the protective layer, which also has a stickiness to it as well. And we'll put the other piece on here. Again, guys, there's different options out there. This particular set of brackets, it was a double pack. It was just a few more dollars to get a double pack than a single pack, and I figured, hey, if this goes well enough, I may pick up another one of these bars if I can catch them on sale at Harbor Freight. Again, this flat stock bar was only 10 bucks, so for basically at this point, maybe another, if I catch these on sales for 15, that 10, 25 bucks, I can create another one versus the $170 you'll see these for online, or at least with having the total of rods we're going to have on this particular build. So anyway, then what we're going to do is we're going to actually mount this like so. Getting this portion here, if you can, we'll put a screw in, we'll show you up close here in a minute. All right, we got this first one here. We'll finish tightening this up. Now I will say, guys, that was a bit of a trick to get that thing to tighten on there. It's definitely not gonna move around. Again, these things are actually designed for like ATVs, your 4x4 trucks, for mounting lights to bars and so forth. So definitely not going anywhere. We'll do the second one over here. We're gonna cheat and use a little clamp here and draw this thing down. What do they say? Work smarter, not harder. I'm pretty impressed with the quality. Definitely a little nicer than I thought it was going to be, especially for the price I paid. And we'll repeat that process in getting that draw down some so we can get that second screw started here. Okay, we'll finish getting this tightened down, then we'll go ahead and mount the rod tubes to the bar. All right, so we'll take our 1-inch 1024 stainless steel screw. Now this is a oval Phillips head. We'll take and stick it through the second position here in the rod tube. Put a rubber washer on here, and we'll mount this first one to the first hole. Okay, we got the first one on here. We're just going to repeat the process. Okay, so we got everything mounted up here, guys, on this, again, piece of flat steel, rolled steel bar. And as you'll see, all it is basically just a couple of locking nuts on the back. We do have some rubber washers, if you can see it here. And so that's just hopefully going to help basically kind of squish this down to this specific spot. So I use this black spray paint here. Again, that's the stuff you use like on the underside of your wheel wells. Not impressed with it at all. We'll be returning that again. But anyway, we're going to mount this here to these brackets. Again, these brackets are the ones like you'll use for an SUV or an ATV to mount like some fog lights. So again, we got these 1/4 screws. These are the flat Phillips screws I mentioned earlier, and we'll take and use that to mount this bar to these mounts here that I picked up. So again, guys, nothing super fancy here, but this is going to help save you some money in the long run. Again, I apologize, Snowflake. It is the middle of the day. I'm after work here trying to knock this out. We got that one tightened down, but again, it will help save you some money if you guys are considering some type of rod storage in the bed of your truck. Okay, so we got everything installed here on the bar, so we'll take it out to the truck and give you guys a first bird's eye view exactly what it looks like installed. Okay, guys, so we're right here at my old Dodge Ram, as I like to call it, the old goat. And so we're going to put this here in the back. Again, you guys are familiar with how these cargo bars work. I apologize if you hear some noise in the background. My neighbor's having some construction done, so may hear some noise in the background. But anyway, we'll just tighten this down. Get the seat exactly where we want it to be. Get it kind of level. Okay, guys, now we got everything installed here. We'll go ahead and grab some rods and we'll stick them in here and see how it works. Rod floats are a must for your kayaker. Anyway, these will just kind of get hung on here. Help secure them when we're rolling down the road. Pretty cool way that YakAttack does that. Now, yes, something you could also do with, if you're making one of these yourself with, say, PVC, you could add a little piece of bungee and a couple little hooks to catch your rods. Okay, guys, now for another option, what you could do is actually drop this all the way down to the bed of the truck where the rod tubes are kind of sitting on the bottom, and then just secure it in place here with the tension rod. And that would basically drop this down maybe another 6 or 8 inches, so your rods that are maybe longer, like your 7+ foot rods, wouldn't be affected when you're driving down the highway in case you're worried about them sticking up a little bit too high. We'll do one more option here. We'll take this out and we'll move it and go across the width of the truck instead of the length of the truck. You can kind of see that it's dropping it down low here. It creates you like a 45-degree angle, which would kind of put your rods angled back. So that'll be another great option to also store your rods here in the bed of the truck. That's it, guys. Just a simple little video I want to put together. Use some stuff I had laying around the house. Again, this little cargo tension rod, I had it for years. It lived up under the bed of my, well, up under the toolbox here in the bed of my truck. So even today, after making this whole little setup, I'll take this bar, I'll store it up under the toolbox, lay everything horizontal so it lays up under there flat. It's tucked out of the way, it's out of the weather. Get ready to take off on a fishing trip, throw this in the back, drop our rods in it, we're good to go. I'll try to put a breakdown exactly how much I paid for everything here for you and kind of give you the overall total price to put this together. It's still much cheaper than those versions that are online right now, and those are some amazing products. Those guys who brought those out, man, kudos to y'all. Great products. And I just want to come up with something maybe a little more budget friendly, a little DIY that you guys could take advantage of and do there at your home. I think the system I saw online that caught my eye originally, that system for I think 7 or it might have been 6 rod tubes was like 160 bucks. I probably got less than 30 or 40 bucks tied up in this whole little setup here. So, you know, hopefully you guys take advantage of that. So if you guys like today's video, do me a favor, hit the old like button for me. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, please take a moment to subscribe. I do try to put out content every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Some weeks things get delayed because of work and family, but you know, it's my best effort to put it out for you all. Hope you're enjoying the content I'm putting out. If you are, drop me a comment below. I'd love to hear some feedback. Also, take a moment, if you would, and share this with your friends and family out there on social media. It's my intention to give you all some great content that will motivate you and help inspire you as well. Last week's video I put out, which was on creating the custom DIY crate for my daughters using the milk crates. That video blew up. I could not believe it. It's already had over 1,000 views within the first 3+ days. I think it's sitting around 1,400 views now. So thank you all who took a moment to watch that video and get on the water and make some memories.